Hi, hope you guys are having a great week. I wanted to talk about a couple things today because I've had a lot of great coaching calls with some of my team members and business partners that I work with. And it seems that the ongoing conversation seems to come back to finding balance. And I think for a lot of moms, whether you own your own business or you are looking to create additional revenue streams or make some changes in your life, moms tend to really struggle. At least I personally have experienced this many times in my life and continue to work through it. Really struggle with finding that balance. And so one of the things that I have found to be very successful is really to be proactive with my time, to be very intentional with my time. So I work first to establish my priorities. And this is something that I worked on with my coach several years ago, and it's something that I come back to on a pretty regular basis. So I'll share those steps with you of how I go through this process, and hopefully will inspire just a few of you to look at trying to find some balance in your life. And just so you know, there isn't this position that all of a sudden you achieve in life where you've achieved, this glory and balance. It's a constant struggle day in and day out to reach that point, and to, try to find balance on a daily basis. So there isn't this pinnacle of balance, at least not one that I found. So I start with establishing priorities first when I'm working with clients, and what I recommend is that you list everything out. So list all the different areas of your life, whether it's work, and maybe you have more than one different type of work that you're involved with, like myself. Family, so that even breaks down into my children, my relationships with my children, my relationship with my husband. And you can look even deeper into that as far as relationships with friends that you have. So, really listing everything out. Networking is something that's a part of my life and my business, so I add networking to the list. Physical fitness, my own personal fitness. The only way for me to be a good mom, be a good wife, be a good business owner and leader is to make sure I'm taking care of my fitness as well as my nutrition and my health as well. So list everything out first so that you have clarity in organizing your priorities. And then what I recommend doing from there is to start to rank these different areas of your life. So as an example, family for me is number one. Family comes before business, family comes before everything for me. So I always prioritize family first. Now, beyond that, networking might not fall number 2 or number 3. It might fall a little bit lower in the list. And a lot of that depends on what your goals are with your career and your personal life as well. And then once I've organized and really established what my priorities are in my life, then from there I actually color code them. I really like colors. So there's markers all over my office, and these are the dry erase markers. I have a whole nother container of colorful permanent markers. I have tabs that are different colors. I have fine point ballpoint pens that are different colors. So I love using colorful pens to categorize my life. So as an example, everything under the category of my full-time job at Baby Boot Camp is categorized orange. They're company color. Everything that I do in my professional life related to Juice Plus is green for nutrition, right? Eat your veggies. And everything related to either personal, whether it's an appointment to get my hair done or a date night with my husband, that's purple. And then I have different colors for networking and different colors for, if I'm doing different types of activities that fall under my priorities. So I use Google Cal, and I love Google Cal. It's a great way for me to organize my schedule, and I can share my schedule with people in my life. So some of the people that I work with can view that. My husband can view that if he would like to see it. And you can invite people to different appointments. So it is a transition if you do have a paper calendar to move over to an electronic one, but I highly recommend it because I set 5-minute alerts that pop up before my meetings. Sometimes I need to set a 30-minute alert. Sometimes I need to set a 45-minute alert. It depends where the meeting is at and where the appointment is. So I color code it, I set the alarms, I even schedule in things like meal planning, budgeting. So, every other Wednesday is payday for me, so that's the day that I do my budgeting. And I have lots of tips and tools on what's worked for our family over the last 6 months to change our financial situation and really focus on telling our money where to go. Well, I'm doing the same thing with my time. I'm telling my time where to go and controlling my schedule as much as I can. I do have children. And then what I do is I review my schedule on a daily basis. So first thing in the morning, that alarm goes off, I grab my phone, I don't go to social media, I go to my calendar and I pull up Google Cal and I look and see what is on my agenda for the day to make sure I'm prepared, wearing the right clothing for my my meetings that I might have, or making sure I bring a change of clothes if I'm going to work out or go for a walk, so that I have all the things I need, so I'm packing the right food for the day. And then, I can start my day, I can get up and get ready. Then I do that again, I review my schedule again at the end of the day, right before I go to sleep. And then, so I'm reviewing the schedule daily, I'm assessing it on a weekly basis to see if I've gotten to a point where I feel confident in the balance I want in my life. If my husband and I are skipping date night, if I'm not picking the kids up from the bus or taking them to the bus, things that are priorities to me in my life, then I feel out of balance. Out of balance in my relationships, maybe working too many hours at the office or not putting in what I need to be putting in to reach my goals. So I review my schedule daily, I assess it on a weekly basis, and then I revise it on a monthly basis. So as an example, I had 2 business trips in the last 6 weeks. I feel a little out of balance. I need a little bit more family time, need a little bit more fitness time, I need to focus on my nutrition a little bit more. So I'm revising the month of November so that I take care of the things that I need to take care of, so that I can find a little bit more balance. And it's good to plan for these things because for the most part we know when we're going to be taking a trip, or we have a conference, or we've got things going on with the kids that we want to prioritize in our life. So I review daily, I assess weekly, I revise monthly, and then I actually go through this process again of reviewing my priorities every 6 months. And that's something that has really helped me to be proactive about finding balance in my life. So I would encourage you all to take some time, if you haven't already, and look at your priorities. And if you wouldn't mind sharing them in the comments today, I would love to see your top 3 priorities in your life. I've shared mine. They're my work, my family is number 1. My family, my work, and my health, my personal health and wellness. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and look forward to seeing you next week.